Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Rob, and in today's video, I want to talk about watches. So, first off, I'm going to start off where I've always had a watch, as long as I can remember growing up. Um, Normally, I would go to, Walmart, and I'd buy one of their Casio watches. When I was younger, I had a digital watch, I guess you would call it, nowadays. Um, and I would always have a watch. Um, I'd always make it sure that it was waterproof, so I wouldn't have to worry about taking it off in the showers, um, going swimming, all that stuff. I always made sure it was waterproof. Um, my last watch I had, I'm going to get to that one in a few minutes, um, lasted me 5 years. Um, Before that, I can't remember what brand it was. I think it was a Casio. Maybe it was a little higher end brand. All I can remember is I got it at Walmart. It was all stainless steel. It was waterproof and all that stuff. Um, when I was younger, I even had, if I remember right, I even had one of those. Somebody got me as a gift one year. Calculator watches. So I've always had a watch. Now, my last watch I had was the original Galaxy watch that came out in 2018. That lasted me 5 years. I never had a problem with it. Um, I mean, that watch literally, I think I got it when it first came out, and it came out in 2018. And I may not have got it right when it came out, but I pretty much got it that year. Because I remember having it when I started my job that I started at the time, that year. Um, I remember, and I remember having it. So, yeah, I had the first Galaxy watch, and it survived everything that I put through it. I would always wear it in the shower. I wear it in the pools. Never had an issue. Um, I don't even remember. I probably did because they say the salt's not good for it. But I think I tried to remember to take it off. Um, but there might have been a couple times I forgot to take it off. Um, when I went in the salt water. And all that stuff. But I honestly don't remember. I know I always tried to take it off when I went to the ocean, to the beach. And anyways, it survived all that for 5 years. I mean, uh, doing lawn care, taking care of lawns. Um, I did everything I did as a regular watch. I went hiking. Fixed my lawnmower. Even did concrete construction while wearing that watch. Um, like I said, always took it in the pool, always took it in the ocean. I mean, not the ocean, the shower. I never took it off. The only time I really ever took my watch off was to charge it every night. Um, and like I said, it was a Samsung Galaxy watch, the first one. Came out in 2018. Now, recently I started having problems with it this past year. So at the time I'm doing this video, it is February 2024. And I want to say we went on a trip probably one of the last weekends in November. We went on a trip, and I don't know what happened. It was working fine up to that point. Never had an issue with it. And all of a sudden, I didn't have my charger, or I forgot to put my phone or my watch on the charger. It could have been that there was no place to plug it in. It was either charge my phone or charge my watch. So I chose, and the watch died, and then went really dead, and then I think I got it on, was able to get it turned on, and then it just seemed to die awfully quick, and none of the buttons on the side was working. So, prior to that, I started having problems with it, where it was acting up. Like I said, it was still working. It just, for some reason, when I went to twist my wrist, to turn the thing on, it wouldn't come on. It wasn't updating the time right away. Just little problems. So I started looking into watches. I'm always on YouTube and stuff, and watching videos, and scrolling on Facebook, and I'm always seeing this particular watch coming up, and watching the videos, and the reviews are great. So I was leaning towards getting it. The watch is only about $100 or so less than the Galaxy watch, any of the Galaxy watches. Says it lasted a lot longer, and it's very durable. A lot of the reviews were great. I've seen videos where, like I said, a lot of the reviews were great on it, from the videos I'm watching. And I was almost leaning towards getting it. They even had videos on this watch where guy was taking it from a drone and, dropping it from the air. And seeing how it would survive. They claim this watch is built for the military and all that stuff. So, like I said, I was leaning towards it. And then I came across more videos, more research I did on the watch, because there was supposed to be a new one coming out. And I came through several reviews that basically said, the only reason, those reviews that are always popping up, they get paid to, give those reviews, so they're going to give a good review. They're not going to be honest and all that stuff. So, one of the other things was that watch, that people said, they said it, they didn't, necessarily say that, they did, some of them, had a lot of good reviews. But some of them, one of the things that they said was the downfalls was the app doesn't work the greatest. There was a lot of problems with the apps. Other than that, everything was good with the watch. The only other downside is with the watch, you can make and receive phone calls, and you can read the text on your phone, but you can't respond to text on your phone. So then after like that, I was like, okay, and like I said, I came across a lot of reviews that said the watch is junk, don't get it. Dies in with a month or two. That all those reviews that say it lasts, will last you forever, and it's a really good watch and it's a very durable watch. Is because they get paid for it. That company that I was planning on buying and I decided not to was Carbonox. Now, if they were, the reason I'm saying that brand, is because in the off chance that they might see this video, I'm one that will only give my honest opinion on things. I'm not going to tell you to get something if I don't think you can get it. So, like I said, I would be glad to review this, try it out for, months, and give you my honest opinion on it. Because, it is cheaper than the Galaxy watches, and like my thing when I was looking into getting a new watch, is I only use it mainly to tell the time and all that stuff. I don't use the watch, the smart watches like a lot of other people do. I mean, I'm trying to get, one of the reasons I went and got the Galaxy watch to begin with is because I was upgrading my phone. And they were giving an offer and I was like, going back and forth. It's like, no, I don't really need it. The extra payment on my lines, because when you went through that, unless you get a Bluetooth phone, with whatever cellular carrier you have to go with, you have to add a line, which is not, not much for a watch or a tablet. But anyways, it was like, yeah, I want to start exercising more. It'd be nice to have something to keep track of my steps. Otherwise, the only thing I use a watch for is keep track of time. I never really talked on the phone, or on my watch. And that main reason was I couldn't hear anybody on it. I couldn't hear. They could hear me, but I couldn't really hear what they were saying. It was so quiet. I haven't really tried this watch I got. I'm gonna get to there in a few minutes. To know how people can hear me and how I can hear people on it. A lot of people saying it's better, but I mainly got the watch so I can keep track of my steps. When I go hiking and just in general, keep track of certain stuff like that, for certain health things. Mainly the steps to try to get me motivated to do more and more steps. Like say I go hiking one day and I have throughout that day I have 4,000 steps. Next time I go hiking or something, next day I try to do 100 more or something like that. I try to motivate myself to better myself. So yeah, like I said, so I ended up going with the Galaxy Watch 6. Um, I really would have liked to get the classic, uh, because that's what I had, and I was debating between um, the 40 millimeter and the 44, because like I said, I wasn't gonna go with the classic because that was um, I got the Galaxy Watch for, and I got the Bluetooth version for 200 or something, and um, the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic was almost 400 or over, depending on where you went. So I went with the Galaxy Watch 6 44 millimeter. I'm glad I went with the bigger one, um, because um, this one is um, they say the bigger one is the better one battery wise, and if you have bigger wrist, the 44 millimeter is better. So hold on, and then I'll get to it. So this is the Galaxy Watch 6, and as you can see, there's camera function. You can go and set up your phone, set it up to record it, and all that stuff, and you can hit the pause button, and you can hit the stop, and then you can take over here, you can push a button. So hold on, I'm going to get to the screen for a minute. So this is the clock face that I decided to go with, that I like. You can, wake it up by going this button. Hold on. I'm still getting used to it. So you go up here, you got all your apps, all that stuff. You got Google Play. You can download games, Google Maps, the weather, the clock, smart switch, all this stuff. And then this is your wheel. Oh no, that's not what I want. You can use Google on it. All that stuff. So I was watching a video, and they said you could play videos on it. I haven't seen to be able to figure that out. I was looking for YouTube on it to try it. Not that I would want to watch videos on my phone. My watch. Because I'm trying to keep, want to be able to keep the battery lasting as long as I can on it, and all that stuff. So as it is, like the other day, right now it's a Friday when I'm doing this video. I put it on charge, in the morning, probably about, 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. I don't remember exactly what time it was, but it was about, I want to say 12:45 on Tuesday in the afternoon, maybe 10 of 1, and I took it off charge, put it back on, and I got to, I want to say 6:37 yesterday, which was Thursday. And it was at 16%. So some of the reviews I watched, it says, the battery doesn't last, a long time. I do have a week vacation coming up. So what my plan is, is to put it on battery saver mode and see how long the battery goes on battery saver mode. So for what I do, the battery lasts me, I just want to, I'm just going to put it this way, because I do have a few cons with this watch. And it's not so much with the watch itself. So what I was doing with my other Galaxy watches, I was charging it every night. I would take it off at the end of the day, put it on charge, put it on in the morning, and just let it, I would just do that. Then, recently, I felt like I was sleeping through the whole night, but I felt like I wasn't. And I know these watches aren't 100% accurate, so I was pretty much charging it every other night. And now I would start wearing it, and then, every other night I would put it on charge, because by the time I was getting ready to go to bed, it was like at 30-40%. Basically the second night. So one of the only problems is, hold on a minute, I'm going to get the charger and show you. So this is the charger. It's this little round circle. It goes on the back there, it's magnetic, and then it starts charging. But the thing is, I have lots of cubes, from past phones and getting extra phones because I lose a cube, or I have a cord with me that I keep in the car, and so I can charge it, and then I forget the block or the charger that I leave at the house, but yet I have the card. So I go, I have the card one I keep in the car. So I just go and buy a new cube or whatnot. But the thing is, they got the same cord that basically goes into your Galaxy. So I don't have any cubes except for the one that I use to charge my phone at night that has this end. So what I have to do is just throughout the day, before I go to bed, I just charge the watch, because I don't have a way to charge them both. So I just charge it at some point during the day when I have time, whether it be at the end of the night before I go to bed, or during the day sometime, and I just charge it, and I wear it every night. Start to keep track of my sleep. I don't feel like I don't even notice this on my wrist when I'm sleeping. I keep track of my sleep. So another thing that this watch has that my other watch didn't have is it has a compass. And there's also a way that you can do your altitude and all that stuff. But you have to be outside for that. And all that stuff. So that's one of the things it has. So one of the things that I was hearing a lot of people say and that you could do with the newer watches, basically since the Galaxy 5 came out. You couldn't do it with the Galaxy 4 and before that, but you couldn't do it with the Galaxy 4 and watches before that. But the Galaxy 5 and after, they were saying you could check your blood pressure. Now, I guess that is not available on the US models because it's not FDA approved. I don't really get why it wouldn't be, but anyways, yeah. So like I said, I love this watch. The only cons that I have, and then you have all these. Let's see. Figure this out. These are all the things you can do. You got walk in, run in, bike, other workout, pool swim, run and coach, circuit training, open water swim, hiking. That would definitely be one I would do. Weight machines, bike indoor, treadmill, elliptical trainer, and I guess you could add more. Another setting that it has on it is if you go up here into your settings. I haven't tried to see how well it works, but it has a flashlight option. Basically what it does is you hit that and it brights up the screen so you can do it. Which I can't really say working for you, like if you're out, if you have a dog, and you're out walking the dog to see where you're going, but it might help if you're trying to find the keyhole on the car or the keyhole on the door, help in that scenario. But yeah, so far I love this watch. Like I said, I would have liked to get the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic and have the turn of the dial, but that was gonna cost way more than what this did. And so far I love this watch. I haven't really taken it in the shower because that's usually I've been actually just happen to have it on charge at the time that I've taken the shower and all that stuff. I mean, I have done dishes with it and all that stuff, but the other Galaxy Watch I did everything with it. Mowed lawns, worked on the lawnmower, built stuff, did concrete construction, and there wasn't even a scratch on it, on the thing. So, I mean, these watches are definitely a lot more durable. At least the Galaxy Watch original one that I had was a lot more durable than they give them credit for. So, only time will tell how they how this holds up. If take it in the pool, if I go swimming with it, do start taking it in the shower, and all that stuff. And like I said, I'm gonna go when I'm on vacation in a couple weeks, come Friday, fully charge it, put it on battery saver mode, and all that stuff. The only cons that I do have about this watch, and I thought I fixed one of the problems, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But one of the things people said on this watch, and the videos that I've watched are wrong. So, when people said when you're on battery saver mode, there's a lot of things you can't do with it. And that's not true. So when it's on battery saver mode, you have to literally go like that or push the screen. The screen to wake it up. You can't do the flip your wrist to wake it up. It doesn't work when it's battery saver mode. And the other thing they said is that it won't keep track of your heart rate when it's on battery saver mode. It won't keep track of your steps, and it won't do stuff like that. I've had it on battery saver mode, and it's done all that. Yeah. Just stuff that I had left. And the only thing different that I noticed when it's on battery saver mode is like I literally have to touch the screen or push one of the buttons on the side to wake it up. Another thing that I have an issue with is there's sleep mode. And you can put it on sleep mode, and that will also save your battery, so that when you're moving around at night, laying from your right side to your left side or going from your back to, stuff, it's not turning on or getting bumped. However, the thing you guys got to be careful with, and I thought I fixed it, because, if that's the case in emergency, you're screwed. For some reason, when you turn sleep mode on, it automatically turns do not disturb on, which means if someone calls you an emergency, it's not going to go through. Somebody texts you, it's not going to go through. That's one thing I got to always make sure I go on my phone and turn do not disturb on, especially in the wintertime, when I'm getting the phone calls for, because we got snow or something and there's no school, or a 2-hour delay, I can't have that do not disturb on because, I need to get those calls. So that's the only con. And like I said, the fact that they don't, it's just not, I can't say anything against Samsung or anything like that because, I know what they're doing, even, the other brands of companies are doing the same thing. They stopped sending the blocks out. So I eventually got to get a cube for this so I can plug this in. Like I said, that's one thing I don't like about it. But I do like this better because it's magnetic. So it sticks right on there. I don't have to worry about it. I don't like the other issue is that I have the charger that I could set it on, but it doesn't work with the one that came with the Galaxy Watch. I don't know if it's just maybe I got to replace that cord because it's doing the same thing that I was having an issue with one time, and I just replaced the cord. The light on it is blinking and just not charging, and then I had to replace the cord with it, and it was working fine on the other watch. So that's maybe something eventually I'll try. But the other thing is, hold on, let me see if I can find my other watch. So here's my other watch. And as you could see, that's the original Galaxy watch. And there's no scratches or whatnot whatsoever. And I've done stuff, you know, building projects, working on the lawnmowers, fire pits, camping, setting up the camper. I've done a lot of things where I've, you know, banged it on stuff and all that stuff. And, you know, it's been fully charged. It just won't turn on anymore. But, as you can see, this watch has this little thing for the band to go through. Okay? These little things. Now, this watch doesn't. And that's one of the things I don't like about it. Is because you put it through. You put it through like that. And then once you get it on, you got to put it through that hole like that. And so it doesn't have those sleeves. Now, my biggest thing that it takes time getting used to is I get it to a, like where it's certain, you know, tightness, all that stuff. And then after I put it on, I get it to where it feels, you know, just right, not too loose, not too tight. And then I put that through and it's too snug. So that's the only thing. 3 things. Other than that, a lot of people say that, like I said, the battery lives on this suck and all that stuff, but I mean, I'm still getting a day and a half like I was with my other watch, so yeah, that was my basically my first impression of the Galaxy watch. I love my original Galaxy watch. Like I said, I've had that 5 years since it came out in 2018. Just finally died in November 2023. And I got this basically I got this watch December 30th, 2023. I've been happy with it so far. I love the fact that it's got a compass. I love the fact that it's got the hiking exercising. Because I do a lot of hiking, or at least, I can't say I do a lot, but I'm going to try to start doing a lot of hiking now. And all that stuff and get better back in shape. So, yeah, I was, like I said, I was looking at those regular watches at, you know, Walmart. And most of the watches that I liked, you know, that were waterproof, you know, look durable for the stuff I do, was almost 70, 80 bucks, you know. And so, like I said, I was looking at, you know, the Carbonox, that it's 100 and something. Figured, okay, you know, I'll spend an extra $100, you know, where I can keep track of my steps, you know, keep track of my heart rate when I'm exercising, you know, all that good stuff. Be able to see, you know, the weather and all that stuff. And like I said, there was a lot of mixed reviews, and I was like, you know, the fact that I can't send texts on it, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go with the Galaxy Watch 6. I've had the Galaxy Watch, never had an issue with it, so I'm going to go with what I know is a good deal. But, you know, if Carbonex wants to send me out a watch to review, I'll be glad to review it. put it through the tests, give it my honest opinion, and all that stuff. Anyways, this video went a little bit longer than I wanted to make it, but I just wanted to, talk about the Galaxy Watch, the Galaxy Watch 6, just watches in general, and all that stuff. So I hope you like this video. If you have any questions about the watch, leave them in the comments below. I'll be glad to answer them. And once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day and great weekend. Because it's Friday here at the time of this video. So, at the time of making this video. So, once again, thank you for watching. Have a great day.